Why, when I posted a photo with you the other day, I had multiple comments saying I thought she was dead. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Touchy Subject. I'm your host, Lena the Plug. And before we get into today's show, I just wanted to ask if you could please comment, like, subscribe if you're on YouTube, or if you're on the audio apps, if you could please subscribe and leave a review. It really helps since the show is brand new. Today we have a lovely guest who I'm so excited is with us today. Violet Myer. She is a Twitcher, is that what you call it? Twitch streamer, a YouTuber, and you also know her for her adult acting work. And she's honestly just like the biggest sweetheart. Hello.
Hi, I'm so glad to be a part of your first podcast.
Thank you. I want to get into your history and stuff, but before we start, I just want to say that like you have a very nice, calming energy, and I feel like this is probably one of the reasons why you have a lot of fans. From the first time I hung out with you, which was like, I don't know, maybe like 2 months ago. Yeah. Before we started filming, we like talked for an hour and I felt like, okay, I could really be friends with this girl. Like you were, I don't know, just very down to earth and just very chill and chill. Chill. You're like, I'm chill.
Super chill. Like you would think I'm a stoner, but I'm not.
Yeah, honestly, I totally would. Even now, I'm like, though, you give me like a stoner vibe.
Mm-hmm. I used to be a stoner, but after that BBL, I'm like, no more smoking weed.
Oh yeah, you were telling me. Okay, let's go back in time. So tell me about your childhood. Where were you raised?
Well, I was born and raised actually in LA. Like when people say LA, I'm not talking like the Valley. I'm talking about like Northeast LA. Like I even lived in South Central for a little bit too.
Not fake LA, like legit LA.
Legit LA. I think that's why I'm so chill, because I feel like people who are born here are just like really chill people.
But people have the opposite interpretation because they're thinking of like maybe Beverly Hills stereotype people, not chill.
No. I feel like I'm not bougie. Like I'm just like, I grew up, I was raised majority by women, and that's pretty much how I'm like the oldest too. So like I feel like I'm a mom too.
The oldest of how many?
Oh God. Okay, so I grew up with my cousins, so it's like 4 cousins, but I have 3 siblings. So technically, I would say 4, but I would say 8 because we all lived together. Like
you all lived in the same house?
Well, not really. Like we would be like living in the same apartment building.
Okay.
If there was a house, like a duplex, something like that. But we were always so close because my mom and my aunt are sisters, and they're just them two and my grandma. So we were all just raised together.
That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, I was, but I was the oldest. So like
But how young was like the next kid?
Okay, so it was my cousin. He's like a year younger. And then my sister's 2 years younger. And then after that, my mom had kids with their dad. I'm like 8 years older than they.
But you were probably close with your brother then, because he's close in age to you, or your cousin, I mean. Who
like he lives with me. So we're like a really close family. So yeah.
Because I'm thinking about like Parker, my sister had a baby that like 4 months after I had a baby, but they live an hour away, and I'm like, I literally want to buy the house next door and like move them in, because I want Parker to have that experience that you had with your cousins, just being around built-in best friends.
Yes.
And then your mom and her sister got to always hang out and like be a part of each other's lives. I just think that like everyone should do it like that.
No, they should. And because of that, I feel like I had really not that many friends because I was really close to my family. So like I feel like I'm closer with my family because of that. And I know who my real friends are because I know what it's like to have a family, like a really close family.
I mean, you already had a community, so you didn't really feel the need to search out for other types of community. And I kind of feel that too, because I'm really close with my aunts. And like, I'm like, oh, I don't go out that much. Like, I don't make friends my age. And then I'm like, but I like my aunties and I can hang out with them whenever I want. So I don't know. I feel that, but I feel like I should also like try to go make friends.
I know, right? Like, especially in this work field, you want to have like those relatable moments, or like we all have our like struggles, I would say.
Yeah.
Being in this industry, like we were just talking about off camera, like our social media is always getting deleted and stuff. So I can't talk about that with my family because they're just like, first world problems or whatever.
I know. And it is hard to talk about something like that because it seems so vain to people, although it's like, it's your business. That is, if Kim Kardashian lost her Instagram tomorrow, Skims would take a plummet because where is she promoting Skims is like on Instagram. So, as much as it seems like really vapid to just want your social media accounts. Like it's very important for you.
Yeah, especially because it's our job. We work in social media.
So is your family aware of what you do in terms of the adult stuff?
Mm-hmm.
All of your family?
Not the outside. I mean, you know, like they've definitely questioned some things, or like, how does she like get all this money? How does she have her own car, her own place? How does she, you know, live that lifestyle? But we just like say, because I am a YouTuber and Twitch streamer, so I'm able to use that.
And they don't try to look up your YouTube videos?
Oh my God, I don't give it to them. I don't give it to them.
But how do you stop them from finding it? Oh, because they don't know your fake name.
Like, they're not like that nosy. And if they do, I'm like, you're asking too many questions because I'm not that close with you. But my immediate family, which is like 11, 12 of us, they all know and they're super chill about it. When I decided to do this, I was upfront because, you know, there's a lot of really bad things that can happen if I decided like to go like secretive. Like I could have been trafficked. I don't know. Like it was really dangerous. So I made sure, like my mom and I are really close too, especially because she's open-minded and she's free-spirited. So she was like, okay, as long as you're safe. Yeah. And like my mom bought me my first dildo too. My mom like laughs when I say this story, like because I was a webcam before I did mainstream adult. So my family's really chill and everything. They're, if anything, like I've definitely like talked to them about stuff that probably normal families wouldn't, but because they're so open-minded and educated, that kind of like steers them away from kind of judging me for what I do, because I don't have a big head. I don't really let what I do get to me. In the beginning, I did. I will say, I was like, I'm Violet Myer. You have to let me in the club. Like before I was like 100K on followers, like I just had a big head. But then,
why do you think you were like that? Because the first 100K made you just feel powerful?
Yeah, you know what? Because I was like outside the house. I just felt like entitled. But, you know, after that, I just got really humbled and realized like, yeah, I'm just too chill. Like, I don't know.
I'm really shocked by that. I don't really like, I can't believe that story coming from you. I appreciate you being like open and honest about that, because I feel like a lot of people wouldn't. But I mean, before I was Lena the Plug, I had multiple experiences where like I was not let into the club for not being dressed cute enough, or not being cute enough, or not having cute enough girls with me. So I've always kind of like not understood that. But because I remember the first time I went home complaining with my cousin to our moms, and they were like, that's the LA life. Like they weren't even like, I'm sorry they didn't let you in. They were like, it is what it is. And I was like, damn, you guys are cold. Yeah, you're supposed to be like, you're beautiful. They should have let you in.
Especially with the dress code. Oh my God.
So annoying. But anyways, so have you ever been out in public with like your cousins or your family, and anyone ever come up to you for like a photo or anything?
Yeah, and like I went to Anime Expo this weekend, and even in cosplay I was like wearing a hat, trying to hide. I was trying to disguise myself with the wig and everything, and they're like, wait, you look, because my cosplay was really cute, and then they saw my face, they're like, wait, and my voice, she was just trying to like give me the headphones, like I don't want to hear my voice, but I guess my voice kind of tells everything. They recognized me. I can get gas station. Oh my God, that was the worst experience I had so far.
Tell me what happened.
Oh my God. I mean, I had worse ones, but this one was scary because I was by myself and like I got into a fight. So I was like already heated. And this fan like comes up to me. He's like, are you Violet Myers? I was like, yeah. Like I'm really nervous. I get shy, especially when I'm by myself.
When you're alone, yeah.
And he was like, I'm a big fan. Can we collab? I was like, what kind of collab?
Oh my God.
Asking me like straightforwardness, like do you think I just collab with anyone? No offense, but like I have to make sure you're tested and you know everything. So it just scared me because I was by myself. So that was at the gas station randomly, like somewhere close.
So you try not to go anywhere alone? Not anymore. That's a very forward question to ask, but in the mind of the viewer, like the porn viewer, I mean, you have done fans, so I feel like with you, they think I have a chance.
Yeah, and it's like not that easy because I have to like obviously make sure the person's really like chill too. I don't want to be in a situation where I get murdered, you know? You want to let it be known too when you're actually doing that sort of thing. Not when you're like, you are Violet Myers, but when you're at the gas station by yourself, like you are not Violet Myers sometimes, you know, like you're just yourself. No, just myself. And I sometimes forget that because I do give myself a lot to people. And that's why I do YouTube. So people can get to know me and why I stream. So people can see my personality. So I guess, you know, what my cousin actually pointed out is like, I'm really approachable, and a lot of people relate to me, whether it's, you know, with the anime or just being like myself, and, you know, they just feel like they really know me. So when they come up to me, they're like my friend in a way.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I've heard a lot of podcasters have the same experience because they are sharing themselves completely with their audience. And so their audience really feels like they know them on a really deep level. And so they can kind of just talk to them the way they wish. But so did you do Twitch and YouTube before adult, or did you start with adult?
I actually did do Twitch, but I was on another platform because I used to stream on Xbox. So I would use like I forgot what it's called, but it was so long ago. But they had a live platform.
And this is before camming? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
This was like when I was just like, I used to play Friday the 13th on live stream and just play because I loved playing video games. I'm like, I'm super funny when I play because I also play with like random people and we just all talk crap on there. So I was kind of like already building myself to be like a streamer. And then I dated this guy that I met off Tinder, and then he introduced me to webcamming, like doing couples cam, but he never showed his face. It was just me and like him, but his
Okay.
And then I was like, okay, this is like really fast money. And I was a broke college student. FAFSA wasn't giving me enough money. So I'm like, let me just get into webcamming, which I did on Chatterbait. And then I grew a pretty fast following after just a month. I grew like 5,000 followers on Chatterbait.
Why? What do you think it was?
I had a schedule and I was like a college student. Like a lot of guys
that
like
hook.
that. Yeah, I
You're
did.
like, you're helping me with my books and stuff
No,
like
they
that.
really did. Like I remember I would do like private rooms and guys would just talk to me and like give me money just so I can buy like snacks at school and food. So it was really cool. And I got like an understanding of what it's like to be in that industry a little bit. And then that's when I wanted to gain more followers to bring them into my room.
Okay.
But then I did one scene and I fell in love with porn, and that's when I started.
What happened in your first scene that made you so excited about it?
It was really cool, like just doing the hair and makeup and getting paid so much, but also I was gaining followers from it so much, and I really admired like being like an influencer. So I didn't really think about the consequences, but I was just kind of like living in the moment. So it just happened so fast.
Did you use your same name that you had on cam as you did with porn? Okay. So you were like kind of already in it, like in terms of having your stuff being out there.
Yeah, like I already knew what I wanted. I've always gotten under Violet Myer, so I was looking at my yearbook and I would sign in my yearbook Violet Myer.
Oh, really?
Swear. Like I was looking at my yearbook and I'm like,
Where'd the name come from then?
I've always been under Violet because I didn't really like my legal name.
Okay.
And Violet was like a cool nickname because I was posting like not safe for work stuff in high school. Yeah, it was crazy in high school. I was like under.
You're always down for this life.
I didn't realize, but yeah, I was kind of manifesting it without even knowing it. So I would post like tit pictures, like because I always had big boobs, so I'd always post my boob pictures but no face. Talk about like really sexual things when I was like 16 and 17 on Twitter, and I think that's why I'm like really good with Twitter because I've always been on it. But yeah, I was really sexual.
I'm like, I feel like I was just after having Twitter in high school because I'm like 6 years older than you, I think. So like I didn't have any social media in high school besides Facebook, which
MySpace?
like, I mean, yeah, MySpace, but like MySpace was kind of already done by the time that Facebook was coming up. So I just had like a very, very different high school experience in terms of how social media was. I mean, I was posting like selfies and stuff on my Facebook, but I didn't like know of anyone posting anything scandalous because God, I feel like high school kids must have so much to talk about now that there's social media.
Right? But I was on Tumblr era, so that's why I was like so into photos because I would watch porn on Tumblr and stuff.
Do you feel like Tumblr like inducted you into wanting to do it, or do you think that you already had the interest in doing adult?
Never. I never thought. I thought I was gonna be like a clinical psychologist.
That's what you were going to school for?
Yeah, I was going to school for clinical psychology. But I never thought I was gonna do porn. Like, if I didn't meet this guy and he didn't like, I sucked his dick one time and he's like, "You should be a porn star." If he never told me that, I would have never done this. Honestly.
That must have made you feel really good.
It did. I was
it's like such a compliment.
It is. I know, especially like being like a regular girl. But I watched I really masturbated to it, but I did like watch like a lot of blowjob videos so I can like be really good at it.
You were trying to get better for camming or just for your boyfriend?
For my boyfriend or any guy that I was like seeing.
Yeah, I feel like every girl when they're young, not every girl, but at least for me when I was younger, I was like, I want to be really good at this. I don't know. Yeah. It's like I enjoyed it, so I was like, I just want to get better and better. And I really don't want to shame anyone, but I don't understand girls who are not down for it. But I guess to each their own. I enjoy it.
I just didn't like getting my pussy eaten, so I just found pleasure in sucking dick.
You still don't like it?
You know what? Actually, I gotten used to it, and I actually enjoy it. Like sometimes I'll be like, eat my pussy, but not.
What do you feel like made you more into it?
Being with girls.
Yeah,
being with girls, because they kind of like, I'm like, you know what? It's not that bad. I just had a really bad horror story when I first got my pussy eaten.
What happened? Someone bite you?
I just was like too young, and the guy was like 2 years older than me, and he was like just took everything off and just kind of did it, and I was like kind of innocent still, like
you weren't ready.
No, I wasn't ready. Yeah,
and
he just kind of ruined it for me. Like he ruined it for everyone, but now I'm like, now that I'm older, I'm like, okay, it's like not that bad.
I definitely enjoy it more with girls, just because I don't know, sometimes I'm like, well, I mostly enjoy it with girls who I know are into girls. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because then they know what they're doing. And like, but mostly I'm into like the actual touch of someone's hands on the rest of my body when they're doing it. I realize I'm just like, you can do this to me. I'm like
getting chills.
I get really excited.
I feel like that too. Like women are we just know our bodies, and the, you know, some guys are really good at it too, but I just really think that because we know a woman's body and we know what touch and how to feel and everything, and we have a sentimental part of it, so that's why it's like more intimacy. With a guy, I'm kind of just like, okay, finish, like I want to get on top of you now. You know what I mean? Like, exactly, because there's a dick there, so you're excited and you're like, well, just put the dick jerking in. You're like, okay, that's enough. I want it, but then once Adam starts doing it, I'm like, okay, let's stop now. I want to get on top of you now. I cut it short. Okay, so you get into porn, you love your first scene. And how long ago is this? Like, how long have you been in the industry now? 4 years in September. Oh, wow. So I'm still really new. Like, I still get called new a lot. I'm like, I'm not a rookie. I mean, I feel like you're not new. And I knew of you because you went on No Jumper so long ago. Yeah, that too. So was that like after you had done a scene or no? Yeah, no, I was already in it. Like, I had Bang Bros, Reality Kings scenes under my belt at that point, but I was still really new. So you went on No Jumper and you went on it with your friend Kiki, and you told like a crazy story, and it was fake, right? It was a little bit. I thought you said it was totally fake. It was fake. Can you tell the story? Yeah, no, okay. So like Kiki, Clout, and I, we were on the podcast. Originally, it was supposed to be her, but she's like, no, come on, do it with me. I'm like, fine, I'll do it with you, because we were a duo, and we were like, we gotta say some crazy shit. Like before we were like getting interviewed by Adam, we were like, we gotta say some crazy shit. We gotta go viral. Yeah, like we were like super thirsty for attention, so we were like, let's get our names out there, even if we sound fucking stupid. We were desperate. So that's when because her and I had a thing where we would be like talking about shit, because we love the morning poops. You mean poop? Yeah, I was gonna say the morning clarification. But we loved like the morning poops. Like we would just feel so like we would feel bloated, but then we would poop and we were like so skinny, and we'll be like, oh my god, like we would go get like pizza at Louis Bozzi's. It was like a spot in Fort Lauderdale, and then we would eat like shit the day before, and then the day after we would be like, look what we just did. Like we were just so proud of it. I don't know. You're the only girl I've met in the industry who is so willing to talk about their own poop. Yeah. And I like that, because I feel like I was always an oversharer in high school, and I would talk about my poop and people would be like, Lena, and I'm like, whoa. Yeah, like TMI. Everyone does it. I know. I'm like, it's not bad as long as you don't describe in detail. But you guys were sending each other pictures? Sending each other pictures. We were like, I was staying with her for like a moment too, because I was like deciding where I wanted to live. So I was like her roommate for a while, and she'd be like, Violet, come here. I'm like, oh my no. And I'll be like, oh my god, that's a huge shit. And then we would laugh, and then like, because it was like we were like best friends, so like it was really easy for us to like make a joke out of it, and we were really comfortable with each other. But with other people, it was always like, we don't care. So you were comfortable talking about shit. You guys always talked about shit. You guys said, let's do something crazy. Yeah. And then you went on the podcast and you said that you let people poop on you. No, I said I would be down to have I think I was like dump somebody on my chest. I don't know. I don't remember too much, but I don't know if I said poop on somebody or let somebody poop on me, but I did say that a long time ago. And I remember I told that to my agent too, and he was like, you're fucking weird, but like in a good way. I was like, yeah, but I just remember him telling me, you need to be into some freaky shit if you want to be in, like, if you want to make it. And I was like, well, I can't, I mean, I like taking a shit, you know,
So what did this do for your social media?
I blew up. Like, I'm telling you, like I gained like 10,000 followers. I had rappers in my DMs telling me to shit on them. Like, it was weird because I was like, I guess like a lot of people for a while were like, thank you, like not being weirded out. They were just like, thank you for like, because there's like a whole shit community.
Showing their fetish and making them not feel embarrassed about it.
Yeah, I swear. I feel like that scat community really blew up. Wow. I feel like it did.
I cannot get behind it on a personal level.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in it at all.
I'm queasy now. Like, like I couldn't do it now because like I do anal training now and I just get really gross when I get booty juice. So
I'm like imagining booty juice in my head right now, and I'm But
no,
so like that was really smart that you decided to do that, because obviously it blew you up a little bit, and like not a little bit, a lot of it, but you had like other moments that made you bigger and bigger. So it's not like the only moment that made you, but it's impressive that you knew back then to do that, because I feel like I didn't really hear about girls planting stories as much until more recently. Yeah. You know, so is there other stuff that you have sort of tried to contrive throughout your career that have picked up or not picked up?
So I was already like, before that I did that shit thing, I was already viral because I did a meme with my agent where he like was in the background creeping on me. And it went viral. It was on Instagram. Like, my little cousin, I was like 15 at the time. She's like, you're on Instagram Explore page. Like, I was already going viral. So I was addicted to that because I knew you can gain followers. You can grow that.
Can you explain the meme?
Okay, so like I took 2 pictures. There's one with like me holding my boobs. And then there's another one where I'm like, it has my boobs out, but I put like emojis on the nipples, and then my agent's like creeping in the background. It just like, I'll have to show you the picture. It's just like an old man just looking at me while I'm taking nude selfies.
Oh, how old is he?
Brian, I don't know actually. I know he's...
Is he like super old, or is he just like middle-aged?
Like middle-aged.
Okay, because I feel like I've seen a lot of girls do the public Instagram stuff now where they're just like in a grocery store and they're grabbing something from the aisle and there just happens to be a passerby. So I feel like it went viral at the right time, because I don't know if it would have gone viral now since girls are just doing it constantly. But I'm pretty surprised. I didn't know about that story.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to show you the pictures. Like, it's a very like old photo, but I think even now people still follow me from that photo and they're like, I remember when your first meme.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I knew to like be cool with the meme pages so I can gain followers. So like, they're like, she's a porn star, this is a meme page. They liked porn, so I was like their porn star friend.
It's the same audience. Yeah,
that's
what I've heard the meme pages do really well. Okay, so you do your adult thing, but you also have been doing YouTube. What inspired you to do YouTube? Like, is there anyone you watched growing up?
Oh my god, I watched so many YouTubers, but I remember like not getting inspired, but I just watched like a lot of like sim music videos and anime music videos. But really, I don't know, maybe like Smosh, before he got canceled, like Jeffree Star, and like just makeup YouTubers.
Okay.
And then I started getting into vlogging. Like, I loved watching people's like day-to-day life. I don't know, it was just really interesting. And I always was vlogging, even in high school. Like, I was... Really? Yeah, I have like my old Dropbox from high school, and I was just vlogging during school.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's weird. I really never thought about it until like I'm thinking about it right now. I'm like, oh my god, I've really always been vlogging. Like, I have like old videos of me with my friends in high school just vlogging. But I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. I just didn't know how to, and I was like, I don't know if I'm interesting enough or anything.
I have that conversation with myself every single day. But you've been putting out a lot of content. I saw that you've been uploading kind of like weekly.
Yeah, now I do, yeah.
And it's really good for you in an adult, because you have a personality outside of porn, which I feel like is what drives your career. The girls with less content of themselves as just a normal person out there, they're not like getting booked as much, I feel like, and their fans aren't following their personal social media pages as much, so then they're not getting people on their OnlyFans and things like that. So it's like, if you want to be successful in this, you have to actually put yourself out there. And I feel like I got lucky because I just like, it happened for me that way by accident. Like, I wasn't trying to get into porn. It's more like I had a social profile, and then because I had a social profile, I went into porn. But you're kind of like a mastermind in that you knew that all the pieces work together. So now you have this contract with Vixen, which, if people don't know, is like one of the biggest, if not the biggest, brands out there, and girls love shooting for them because their content is really beautiful. It's very like glamorous, make you feel like a star. And so would you say that you're like at the height of your fame right now?
I would say I feel like I really am not even close because I haven't done so much, but I feel like I'm getting there.
Oh, in terms of like the porn accolades, like the porn accomplishments of like.
But I definitely feel like I'm pretty up there now. I still takes me a while to realize, like I'm still realizing I'm kind of a big deal because like I have random people coming up to me that I would never think, like it's so weird, but it still hasn't hit me. Like, oh wow, like I really am with Vixen. Like I just think of it as like a contract, but it's like no, it is a big deal because
it's like the contract. Like most girls in their career, that's what they want.
Yeah, like I don't think a lot of people get Vixen contracts. That now that I think about it, they'll do like exclusive deals. Yeah, but a contract is really a big deal.
So you're with them, and what are the things you plan on doing with them?
So I'm gonna be doing my first anal debut. Fingers crossed it goes really well, because like if it does, I'm gonna be doing my DP, and then it's gonna be a gangbang, because they told me I don't have to do DP in the gangbang, but because it sells more.
I feel like most people who are watching, if you don't do a DP,
they're like it doesn't do well. They were like, it doesn't do well.
They just get disappointed because they expect that it's going to happen.
And I get it. I watch like gangbangs, but like anime ones and like hentai, and I'm like, damn, like it looks hot when it's DP and you're sucking dick, like, you know.
Is that all you watch for your porn?
No, I like amateur stuff, but I really don't watch it like that. I just like getting ideas for content. Like my Twitter, I have a bunch of bookmarks. Yeah, it's all research. I say.
When I see a girl on Twitter who's done like a position or an angle of the camera that I didn't think of, I'm like, oh, that looks sick, and I screenshot it. Yeah, and then I lose it in my camera roll. But I definitely like seeing people who get creative with it, and I'm like, oh, that's inspiring. I want to try that. Okay, so one thing that you've done that you've actually made YouTube videos about that I feel like almost nobody does is that you put out calls to get people to submit to be a fan in a possible fuck a fan contest. Like, okay, where is your head at? What started that idea?
Oh man, you know what? I have to give credit to Riley Reid, man. I saw a video of her because I remember she was tweeting about like her YouTube videos, really, and that's really what inspired me to do YouTube videos, because I just had a lot of self-doubt. Like, nobody's gonna watch me. I'm a porn star. They just want to see me get fucked. But I was seeing her, and she had like a bunch of subscribers, a bunch of views. And then I was going through her videos, and she's had like a fuck a fan. I was like, oh shit, like that sounds like fun. I want to do that.
I didn't know that she did that. I mean, obviously I'm friends with her, and I've like seen her YouTube channel, but I guess I missed that video. So you basically, did she do the same thing as you? You like put out a call to get people to submit, or how did you do it?
She did a Q&A, and she talked about how she fucks fans.
Oh, okay,
the only reason why I would do the call of action was because I was trying to figure out like who's down to do it, because it's different when you tweet it, but like when you do a video, it's like, oh, okay, so she's being serious. Yeah. Because I was already doing like fuck a fans, but I wasn't filming it. Like besides like doing the escorting, before really I gained so many followers, I was just like really horny and sexual. I'm chill now, but like really, really horny. And I was new to LA. And even when I was still living in Florida, I would just meet people off Twitter and DM them like, oh, this guy's really cute and he's following me. And
your fans?
Yeah. And I would just slide in their DMs and be like, hey, go get tested. But before I would pay for their test, I would make them go get tested. I just get the location. Like I would just get random Airbnbs and just fuck them in it.
And you're just doing this for fun? You weren't making money off the content?
No, I was just doing it for fun. I try to do content, but some of them, well, one guy, he kind of sucked, but I was just really horny. I was like, fuck that. Let's just fuck.
I'm like so shocked by this because
I'm still friends with him too.
You are?
I'm still friends with a lot of them actually.
Oh my God, I would totally assume that you would fuck them and then never talk to them ever again. I mean, I guess it's sad because they're your fans, so that would be messed up. But like, okay, so you've met guys at like conventions that you've realized they're your fans, and then you go to a hotel with them?
Yeah. So when I would do these, like I didn't do one for Chicago because I was on my period, which sucked, but I'm gonna do it for Jersey. So I would like tweet out who wants to fuck me at Exotica, but they would have to be tested and they'll be cool with filming. So I would either have him film it or I'll have like one of my friends record it for us, because the POV angles and stuff, because they're just shaky and nervous. So.
Of course. I'm like, how long does this interaction actually last?
I get to know them. So like the last few ones, I was just talking to them, but when they meet me in person, they're like really anxious, and it gets me anxious, and I feel energy, so I'm like, oh my god, don't be nervous, and I'm already shy, so I just have to like tell them not to overthink it. Like, dude, just like, one guy actually, for my first one I did like in 2019, he was watching my porn when he was like fucking me.
What?
Yeah.
And how did that make you feel when you were right there?
I didn't care.
You didn't care?
No, I just,
because they're both you, but
I think it's hot, honestly.
But it's weird that he had to like watch your porn instead of actually just be with you.
Yeah, but he was just really nervous. Like, that's the thing. Like, I love doing them, but some guys are just all cap. Like, they're gonna be like, yeah, I can do it. But then it's different when you meet me in person. Like, if I was to meet someone I would jerk off to or masturbate, I would get really nervous. So I understand them. So majority of the time, it's really hard to do it now, especially because like I have more followers, and a lot of guys just want to fuck me, and it's like, it's not that easy. Like, I can fuck anybody, but I really want to get content out too. Like,
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
that's such a big money maker. I mean, if you're gonna fuck a fan and sell it as fucking and have, you know, this whole concept, if you don't sell it, it's kind of like, it's a lot of money.
You know what, the first one I did, I had it on my feed, and then I took it down because he didn't have an OnlyFans or anything. I still have it, but I don't like sell it because it's just so bad. It's so poorly bad. What
do you mean, like poorly filmed?
Because his dick was really small. But like, I still felt it, but in the video you don't see no penetration. And this was before I had a big ass.
You just can't see it. You can't. So okay, so you put out YouTube videos where you ask guys to submit an application so that they can have sex with you. What is on the application?
So I had I had my editor create this drive for me where people would submit their applications. So they would write their name, where they're from. Are they willing to be on camera? They don't have to show their face, just their dick. But if they want to be on camera, they can if they choose to be. But it's just, I just need your dick.
Okay.
What are they like? Are they subscribed to the YouTube? Are they subscribed to OnlyFans? Do they follow me on social media? Like, how did you find out about this? And they would just fill it out, and they would apply. So I would like look at it like a job application.
But you don't have any other information, like how they look,
picture. Yeah. Okay. They'd put their socials.
I would be like, I'm gonna run a background check on you.
Yeah,
you need to pass.
I would have to, because what if it's like, you know, a psycho or something, you know? But that's why I do it, so I know their social. I ask for their social media. That's like one of the first things I ask, because I want to see your Twitter. I want to make sure you're not like, I will not respond to you if you're like an anonymous page, if you have no pictures or anything, because you're giving me creepy vibes. Yeah. If you're willing to show me a picture of yourself, cool, but I need more proof, because people really are crazy out there.
So after this, does it move to like a FaceTime? Like how?
Yeah.
There's a whole process, like they're trying to get a job, basically.
It is like a job. Yeah. I would get their number and I would call them from my other phone, just chat with them, see like, you know, what their vibe is. And then it would just proceed. For some of them though, I wouldn't like really like call them. I would just wait to see them in person. Wow. Because I already knew their pictures and videos, and they had like a legit social media. So that's how I did it. The last one I did was with a girl though.
Oh really? How did that go?
I was just like for jerseys. I had someone for Chicago and I had someone for Miami. I wanted to have like a white dick, a black dick, and maybe like a threesome or a girl.
A threesome I feel like would be really
Two
hard.
guys.
Two fans that don't know each other.
Yeah, that would be really, or like best friends.
Yeah, you need like a group, two guys who are like already comfortable with each other, because you're adding in the component of like their favorite porn star.
But it has to be like a fantasy. Like I would be like, I want to have a threesome. I need two guys who are okay with fucking me. That's how I would do it if I was to do the threesome.
It wouldn't be like a fuck a fan thing then.
It would be like,
it would still be fans.
It would still be fans. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's like another.
I just like couldn't imagine. I'm like, I feel like I don't know. I would be too shy to do it.
No, I feel like I would be nervous, but then I'd be like really horny in the mood to do it.
I guess the hot component to me is like, these people are actually at home buying my content, jerking off to me. And if you think about that, then it's pretty hot, like the scenario, if you're thinking about it while they're having sex with you, like you're fulfilling their biggest fantasy ever.
Yeah, but also like, because I used to do escorting, I had to fuck guys even if I wasn't attracted to them. I somehow get attracted to them. Like, it's all a mental thing.
Can you tell me about the escorting? When were you doing that?
Oh man, that was like when I was still new. Like, I did it like I did it for only a year, 2019. And like one of my friends, she does it. So she was like, oh, this is fast money, and like it's really like that's what it was. And I was like, oh man, I need more money, I'm not shooting, like premium Snapchat was like not that well, so I just got into that, and I was like, it was cool, but also it was a lot of work, like
in what way?
Mentally, because like sometimes people would be really aggressive with me, and that's why I stopped.
Like, what was the worst thing that happened?
The last thing that made me actually want to quit was like this guy like forced, like as soon as like he gave me the money, and then he like took his pants off and like forced his dick in my mouth. And I was like, hello, like what's your name and stuff. But yeah, that was probably the worst thing. And then it's not that worth it.
Yeah, I mean, how were you meeting these guys? Like, how were you being safe?
I had an agent that was like doing it for me, but she wasn't really the best. She was like taking 50-50. It was not worth it.
Yeah, I don't know if I would like advise that. That seems kind of sketch, especially if you're only getting half the money, and it's no one can really ensure your safety in that situation, because what are they going to do if someone hurt you? They're going to call the cops and be like, she's a prostitute, like, or she's a, you know, like it's kind of hard to be safe.
Yeah, and I learned so much by doing that, and I really feel like I'm really grateful for whatever happened. I don't regret it, but it definitely taught me a lot about myself and like what I'd be willing to do in my personal life. And I got to meet really cool people too. Like a lot of guys paid me to take their virginities. Like that was just one bad situation, like one bad apple. But most of the time it was like really fun and really cool. It wasn't really like a bad situation. I've only had 2 bad experiences, but those 2 were enough to like make me realize that's just not for me.
Okay, you kind of seem like you're down for a lot of different things. You're like welcoming of everyone's different fetishes and stuff like that. What is like a deal breaker for you with fucking a fans?
Like makes me want to do it, or
makes you not want to do it?
If they start getting really creepy about it, if they're like, very consistent, I can't wait to fuck the shit out of you. Like, no, that's all right, you're done.
Just be cool.
Yeah, like it's cool to like be super high. Like I'm really excited, I'm really nervous. I'm like, okay, I am too. Like it's okay, it's normal. But when you start getting like, I'm gonna do this to you, I'm gonna fuck the shit out, like just being really like very detailed what you want to do to me, it just kind of like makes me not want to do it, because I'm like, okay, yeah, it's not just for fun, like it's also work. Like it's cool, like I like doing the fuck offense because I'm giving like fans like more than just like that big fucking big dick, and you know, it's like average guys, but at the same time, like that's
sounds like they're just trying to be like a little bit macho about it. Like they're kind of letting it get to their head. Like, I'm gonna fuck Violet.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
So the opposite of that is that you have guys who are virgins.
Yes.
Why do you like taking guys' virginities?
Because it's like innocent in a way. Like the same way guys like taking virginities, I would say. But I think it's really a great experience to lose it to a porn star. Like if I was a guy, I would do it instantly. But also, I don't know. I just feel like I was a virgin for a long time, and I know what it's like to like want to lose your virginity, but like also want to wait to give it to somebody. So I just think it's really special. And if he's a fan, like it's just like, it's like I took one of my close friends' virginities because he was like a virgin for so long, and he just wanted to lose it to somebody. And I was like, dude, I'll take your virginity.
Yeah. You're just like, I'm gonna do you a favor.
Yeah.
Because like losing your virginity stories are like almost always a tragedy. Like no one has like a really, you don't remember
the person's name or whatever.
Well, I'm not even just that, but like I don't think it feels good the first time you have sex, right? Like no one really knows what they're doing. I the first time I had sex, it was like, what is everyone talking about? I was like, this is overrated. I didn't know, like I was nervous, so I wasn't wet. I didn't know about getting yourself wet. I didn't know about lube. Like, and obviously it finished really fast, but I was kind of just laying there like, okay,
this is it.
What were we so horny for?
Yeah, like porn is way more better than this.
I just like at that point was like, oh, making out is way better than actually having sex. Obviously,
fingering I think is better than sex.
Even still, you think that?
Yeah, because you're kissing and you're fingering, like they know what they're doing.
Fingering is really nice, but I don't like the
if they have clean fingers though.
Oh, that's true. I know. Every time I go to have sex with Adam, I'm like, wait, did he wash his hands?
Yeah, you have your no dirt on your nails.
Yeah, Adam likes putting his hands in my mouth, and I'm always like, it's salty.
I don't like the spit in my mouth. Like,
I don't either. I have to be like really, really, really horny and really into it for someone to do something like that, because otherwise I'm like,
Oof, yeah, like especially if they eat hot Cheetos or something.
Ew! Don't
Okay, no,
don't take your tongue out if you ate hot Cheetos. I'm not into that. You just fascinate me because there's a lot of girls doing porn, and maybe there's a lot of girls escorting in porn. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of girls doing fuck up fans in porn. I don't think so. I think though.
Everyone does it now.
You think so? I think a lot of girls lie about it.
They do lie about it.
I think a lot of girls, not to blow the smoke from everyone's scenes or whatever, the fantasy, but a lot of girls, they have role play stuff on their OnlyFans. It's like someone says that they're a police officer or someone says that they're just like an Uber driver. So I do think that because a lot of girls are already doing that, they'll like say they're doing a fuck a fan and then it's just like someone they know or like another talent or whatever, because most of the time it's true that a fan doesn't want to be on camera, so then
get tested or like, you know what I mean?
Do you find that a lot of guys don't want to get tested?
In the beginning, but because I would have them pay for it, I wouldn't pay for it out of pocket. Now it's like I will do it because it's my content, but before, when I was just wanting to fuck everyone, they wouldn't want to. I'm like, are you serious? Like, you don't want to get, like, even just to know like your health?
I know a lot of people
red flag
red flag for sure. A lot of people think it's taboo, like think that it means that they're dirty if they have to get tested, when I think it's just like getting a regular checkup, because even when you get tested, you get to see what's also wrong, like you might have like cancer or something, like you just never know. It's just preventative care.
It's just you just want to be careful.
I think everyone should get tested. If you haven't gotten tested in a long
even
time,
if
you should
it's
just get
once
tested
a month, just to know.
I think that most civilians would think that number is crazy. I mean, obviously we get tested every 2 weeks if we're shooting
even
actively.
Sometimes 3 times
a month.
Sometimes I do 3.
Sometimes I wish it was like once a week, just because I'm so paranoid about getting something. Only because it, like, you can get gonorrhea or chlamydia, it's not that big of a deal, but I don't like that it puts me out of work. Like in March, Adam and I, like, Adam got it and then he gave it to me, but I didn't know I had it, so I gave it back to him. Like, this happened back and forth, like in March. And so we didn't shoot for like a really long time. And it was such a bummer. I was like, but I want to work. Anyways,
it sucks. I've had like 2 STDs before in my career span, and
I think I'm at 2 or 3.
It's scary because like I've never gotten one before. So
but do you think it's that scary? Because I would rather get gonorrhea than get a cold.
I mean, because you're only gone for a week and like you could still hang out and do stuff.
It's I don't know, when I've had chlamydia or gonorrhea, I didn't actually, I mean, maybe I'm just got lucky, I didn't know, like nothing in my body was telling me that I had an STD. It's more I found out. I more found out because of what was on the test, or like Adam said his dick hurt, so then I went and got tested. But I don't remember actually, like, I think maybe one time years ago when I got gonorrhea or chlamydia, it actually like hurt down there, but most of the time I haven't really noticed.
No, I never noticed until I got tested, and I was like, are you for real? What was it? So I'll like track down the people I fucked, like, did you give it to me? And then
but it's not even like that, because like
I just get so sad because I'm like, I'm just preventing this.
Well, the girl who gave it to me last, she got tested the day before our shoot, so it's like she was as safe as possible, but it just didn't show up on her test. So it's kind of like it takes its time to get into your like system, week, so that's how things still go around in the industry, but the industry does everything to be as safe as possible. The only safer thing we could do is if we got tested every day, but that's crazy because
getting my
blood drawn every day. Oh god, and it's just like it costs money.
I messed up my vein in this arm actually
from getting tested so much.
So I have to get it in this one now because the girl like that did it, like she bruised up my arm really bad. So I got really scared, and then when I tried it, I'm like, it's been a month. I got tested again and it burned. So I was like, I'm gonna do this arm.
Oh wow, I wonder why. I only do it on one arm because that's the only arm they can get into. But sometimes it bruises. I'm like, I hate getting my blood drawn. I'm always like, I can't believe I have to do this. But then I've done safe, fillers and stuff, so I'm kind of like, I can't really bitch and complain. I'm putting needles in my skin anyways. Speaking of needles and things, should we talk about your body? Your beautiful body. So you got your BBL during quarantine? So you were already in the industry for like 2 years before you got your BBL.
I saved up my money for it.
And then when you got it, did you tell your fans like I have my BBL now, or did you just start shooting again?
I did tell them because I was gone on OnlyFans for a while. Like I was posting like other stuff, like older content.
I was looking at photos of you before because actually like I had never met you before, so I didn't know what your body looked like before. I mean, from what I saw, it looked like you already had a small waist. You just have like crazy hips and ass now.
Love handles, yeah.
But no, I feel like, I mean, I saw a girl who had like a flat tummy from the photo I saw. But so tell me about like your whole experience of getting the BBL.
It was a very interesting process because I've never gotten surgery. I think I only got lip fillers once. I don't do it anymore. But I was really nervous because I did it by myself. I flew to San Diego, then got picked up at San Diego airport, went to TJ, got my butt done in TJ, and then came back. And like my mom picked me up from the place, and I was in the car like with laying down on my stomach. It was like really bad because I'm a back sleeper, so I would wake up with my face swollen
because you can't sleep on your back. Yeah,
my eyes were really puffy.
How long were you in Mexico?
Only for I think like 8 days because I was like getting like to the point where I was like, I need to go home because I'm super depressed. Like I was regretting getting it.
Really? So you were by yourself in the facility and they were taking care of your wounds and everything?
But I knew Spanish, so I was able to like, I became friends with the girls in there. I got their Instagrams. And
were they all like Instagram models?
No, like that got the nurses. I became friends with the nurses.
Oh, okay.
There was like an older woman who was with me and a girlfriend that came from Africa to get her butt done in Mexico. So I was friends with her.
I'm like always surprised when people travel far to do it when you live in LA, and like I assume that you can afford the LA prices. Did you just like that doctor?
Back then I couldn't.
Okay.
But also I feel like with the doctor I went to, he was really good because he was known for having little to no scars, and he was gonna make me look as natural as possible. And I was watching YouTube videos for 2 months, and like the biggest like models were going to him. Like there was like, well, a lot of the YouTubers I watched went with him, and then there was one of the girls from Fashion Nova went with him. So I was like, well, this is legit. Like this is a good doctor.
I'd be scared to do it, but mostly because I don't speak Spanish, and I feel like there would be something.
There's
translators. Okay. Well, I also have a BBL, which I feel like I did the complete opposite thing of you, where I didn't really know anything about BBLs, and I just decided to get one. And I found a doctor that I could afford, who was a legitimate doctor in Beverly Hills, and like I think he did a pretty good job. But you gained weight to get your BBL, right?
I was like, I was already fine for my BBL, but I was like, I'm gonna go all out. I'm just gonna eat as much as I want because it's gonna go to my butt, which it really helped because when you get your BBL, you lose your butt. Like,
like, so if people don't know, it's like they take your fat and then they put it in your butt, but only like, what is it, 70% of it stays, like 30% of it disappears. So you want to try to put as much in it as possible so that it holds. So you wanted like a very, very outrageous, like,
I like showed him reference photos, and
not outrageous, but you wanted like a very like extreme hourglass, right?
I wanted the butt that I should have had if I had a butt. I told my doctor that I was like, give me a big butt, but don't make it like Nicki Minaj big. I just want it to look like I have an ass. Like I want to look like I have, like, I want to look good in jeans. That's it. So I showed him the photos, and he gave me what I wanted, and he did like the ab etching too. And when you go overseas, like you get more fat taken out.
Yeah, because there's no laws against it, right?
Yeah.
Or regulations. I don't know if it's laws or regulations.
And I also did my thighs too, my inner thighs.
So yeah, I got my BBL. I got fat taken out of my love handles, my legs, and my arms, and I had it put in my butt. But I was trying to lose weight up until I got the BBL because I didn't know you should have as much fat on you as possible. So I was probably this same weight when I got it. Like, I don't know. I wish I knew to gain weight, because now I kind of feel like I have a small butt, which I don't like think I really have a small butt. But now when there's like BBLs like yours, I'm kind of like, God damn it, I need another BBL. But I know that's like bad thinking. Like
it is, yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you feel like you want to get more surgery, like it's not enough kind of thing?
I do, yeah. Sometimes I'm like, I want like a smaller waist.
Where from?
Oh my God, that's just like, I blame social media really, because like I'll like look at this girl, I'm like, damn, her body is so good, and I'm like, I should get a bigger butt. But I've come to realize like I have to like be comfortable with myself, and if I keep working out and like I've noticed that my butt got a little bit bigger now that I've been working out and like lifting weights and eating.
It's kind of crazy because it's like this, like we're influenced by other people's bodies. It makes us want to change our bodies. We go get surgery. But then we are also the example for other people, and they look at us and they're like, I need to look like that. It's kind of like perpetuating the same cycle. And I feel like it's like I'm torn as a person who thinks that people who should be happy with how they look, and that we shouldn't like pressure people to want to change every part of their body or their face or whatever. But then I still want it. It's like the two parts of me that are fighting, because like, you know, I'm not old, but I'm 31 now, and
super young,
and people will draw to my attention that I'm like older than a lot of the girls who are still doing this. And so sometimes I'm like, well, maybe I should like, you know, take my skin from here and like do that. There's like a million different surgeries that you can do to make yourself look different or like younger. But I'm like, well, if I start doing all of these things now when I'm 31, like what am I going to look like when I'm older? Like what is going to be enough?
I wonder how we're all going to look like when we're older, when we have like our BBLs and we're like,
what is a BBL going to look like in 30 years?
I know, that's the thing. We're going to be like the test dummies, I guess, right? For like the generation to come or something. Like, because I was just watching this documentary on Vice, I think, was about BBLs, and
I think I saw it too, about how it's really dangerous.
Oh my God, yeah. And like some, like, I'm glad I don't get ass shots, because that's just like silicone, and then they were using super glue and like cotton balls to like close it from leaking.
But you're talking about not a real BBL.
Like,
BBL,
those are like
which is
ass shots.
The ass shots, yeah. So it's like basically someone will inject like whatever substance they decide they want to into your ass. It's like illegal. People just do it in basements and stuff in LA. I actually know someone who got ass shots from this woman who was arrested for killing 2 people with ass shots. I guess just it gets injected in the wrong place. And it kills you. It's
the same with the BBL though. If you put it in a vein, the fat in the vein, you're died on the table, like on site. That's why you have to be careful.
It's really scary. Adam was like, after I had Parker, I was like complaining about my body. He's like, maybe you should get another BBL. And then he found out it was really dangerous. And I was like, he was like, no, I don't want you to get one. But
you already like snap back so fast. Like I think you look even better now with your mom body.
Thank you. I don't believe you, but I really appreciate that.
Honestly, that's how I feel, because your boobs got bigger, and
they are a little bit bigger. They're a little saggier too, but that's okay.
I have saggy boobs.
You have perfect boobs. That's like what your fans, I feel like, are obsessed with about
like,
you.
I don't know. You see, like, here we go. Like, I'm comparing, but like I see girls that have like perky boobs and like they're not natural, and I'm like, damn. Like I wish I could sit like that in a bikini, but my boobs are like, they go left and right when I sleep, like, you know.
But it's like we're never gonna make ourselves happy, and then we're never gonna make our fans happy, because there's like a set of people who are like, oh yeah, hers are small, but at least they're natural. Yeah, and then there's people who are like, oh, her tits are too small, I want tits that are huge. You know,
it doesn't make no sense. But the fat transfer in the boobs is actually really a great thing.
I heard that it doesn't really work that well. I heard that the fat doesn't take like
yeah, it's not worth the scarring. But if you're like want to still be natural, I guess.
I just heard that you need like a lot of fat. Like the fat like stays in your butt in the BBL, but I think with your boobs, like I don't know what it is that I read, but it was something about like the blood circulation there, like it doesn't work as good. I don't know.
It makes sense though, because I do fluctuate. Like sometimes my boobs will be really full, and then sometimes they're not. So it makes sense, because if I do too much cardio, then I notice all like
your boobs are gone.
Yeah. So
do you feel like you have more fans now that you have the BBL, or do you feel like it's the same?
I really gained so many fans because now I'm like a big booty Latina versus just like a big tit Latina. So now I'm like an anime, like a real anime girl now, I would say. Like, not saying that anime girls don't have asses. Like, some of them be really skinny, but now I can like actually be like a curvy girl.
Are most of the female characters in anime curvy?
Yeah, they are. Do you think have like a small waist, big hips?
Yeah, I've only seen a few, but I feel like the girls always had like the crazy, outrageous
proportions, right? Yeah.
So, and you feel like that influenced you a little bit?
It did, for sure. Especially with the hentai, I'd be like, oh my god, like their bodies are so sick. Like I want that. Like I already have the boobs, so why can't I just have the butt?
Yeah, I see some cosplay girls. God, I wish I remembered her name right now. But she does really cool cosplays. Like she did like Dexter's mom from Dexter's Laboratory.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Mama Bijou or something.
Yeah.
Her body is like insane.
Actual cartoon character.
Yeah, cartoon character body. And I'm like, there's something about that is so fascinating to me.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I kind of want to look like that, but like not all the time.
Yeah.
I kind of want to be able to like take the suit off.
You know what's great too about not having like exaggerated big butt? We can like, I don't know. I think it's still like a natural thing. Like guys will still like you because of it. And it's weird. Like I still have a big butt, but it's not like huge, so like I can still be natural.
You say that, but every time that you come over here, I'm like, God, her body looks great. Like it's very because your hip to waist ratio is so like exaggerated in a way. I feel like in everyone's mind, it's like she has the hugest butt. Like I feel like you do have a really big butt when I look at you.
I feel like it, but I don't know.
No, you do. You still want a bigger one?
I don't want to do it right now. I think because I was already talking about getting my nose done, my fans were like, oh, there she goes, she's gonna be one of them. And I'm like, oh my god, like let me relax. Like it's just I don't know, like they really like that I look like a normal girl.
Yeah, I think that your appeal really is like, even if you didn't do the fuck of fans, I feel like it's like they really feel like you could have been someone that they went to high school with, or you met at the gym and you got close to her and you got to be with her. Like you are, I don't even want to say girl next door, because I feel like it's like more than that. It's like
a friend.
Like a friend, yeah.
Like that you want to fuck or something.
Yeah.
I've had weird people tell me I look like their cousin or sister. I'm like, okay, that's a little too much, but I get a lot of like that too. Like you're just, not that I'm average, but I'm just like an average girl that you would never think, like I would never think I was a porn star.
Yeah.
There's some girls I'm like, oh wow, she does porn, like, you know, never would guess. I think that's what the appeal is a little bit.
Yeah, I really feel like guys just feel like, oh, she's not up in the clouds. Like she's famous and she's good at what she does and she's known for it, but I think she would still give me a chance. Which you have a partner, right?
I do.
You're still in a relationship? Last time we talked, you're in a relationship.
Yeah, no, I'm still good. Like everything, like I kind of like it because it gives me a little bit of stability too, because I do get lonely and I don't have, I mean, I have cats, but you know, they're not with me, they're with my mom. But also I could not be in a relationship if they're not okay with what I do.
So you guys, how long have you been together?
For a year, over a year.
Do you guys live together?
Yes.
So they're a big part of your life. They're like in your life.
Yeah, he's like my best friend, really. It's like really cool to have like a relationship where you're best friends too.
How'd you guys meet?
I met at his job and he like gave me his number, and then, you know, we went from there.
Wow, so it actually worked. He just had it, like, what happened before he gave you his number where you were like down to hang out with him?
I just thought he was gonna be like somebody I fucked, because I already had like a sugar daddy, and I was like hanging out with this like guy, so I was like, I didn't think too much of it, but he just ended up being really chill and really cool. And I think what was the fact that got me was just like he was okay with me still shooting with other people. And I know a lot of people,
that's hard to find. It
is super hard to find. And you know, even with like these stuff that I do, like shooting with other guys and stuff, I have boundaries now. Like I will not do cream pies with any other person, but it's still like respectable. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, how can you be respectable in a relationship when you're a porn star? But we like, a lot of us are married or in relationships.
I think, God, I feel like it's like either split or more people are relationships.
Yeah,
from the girls I know, at least.
But I could not be with someone controlling though. Yeah,
but I mean, the cream pie thing makes sense. Like guys might be like, I don't get it, but it's like, well, you could get pregnant if you were cream pied, right? So like,
yeah,
there's like different.
I'm on birth control.
So. Oh, you are. I feel like a lot of girls are on birth control.
That's scary. I was off birth control for a week and I was so traumatized. I did not want to have sex.
That's smart though.
I don't want no kids right now.
Yeah, but you do want kids.
I do. I would love that. I really do. Like I grew up and was the oldest, and I raised literally everyone, so I just would like to have my own child.
Because like you're in this industry right now, and you're trying to do the YouTube thing, you're doing the Twitch streamer thing, and so it's like you're really having a big moment and you're in it. But I've heard you talk about like having a family and like leaving porn a lot. It's like you're trying to make the next plan.
Yeah, I'm planting my seeds right now, actually.
So you really, because you said 5 years is how long you think that you want to keep doing this.
I think when I get to my 30s, like once they start calling me a MILF, I'm done.
You don't want to be called a MILF?
I mean, I do want to be a MILF, but I don't know if I'm like, I don't know, like if I just never know, because then I could be doing it. I just depends on where this route takes me, but I kind of have an idea of what I want to do with my life.
Would you be able to walk away if you were at this level of fame in 5 years still, or like bigger?
Ooh. I don't know. That's a really tough question,
because I feel like that would be the real true indicator of what you wish, you really want to do, because I think that would be hard.
Because I really want to start my other businesses too. Like I really want to do my gamers cafe.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh my God. If I was to do that, I know I would have to spend time there. So with doing what I do, like I would have to be on a schedule. Like I'll shoot a scene here and there, but if I don't know.
But it's like, how often are you really shooting for other people besides yourself?
Not that many. Like I'm just like for Vixen, I can shoot whenever I want.
Yeah, because I mean that's the benefit of being your own boss, is that like you could shoot once a month. So like realistically you could do the gamer cafe and still shoot once a month, but it would just all depend on what's going on with your career and how you feel about it in that moment. Because when I started the private Snapchat thing, I was literally trying not to spend $1 because I was like, there's no way that this is going to last, or that this is even real. I couldn't conceptualize that like I could be doing it for 6 years now, So probably if you asked me back then when I was 25 if I could see myself still doing it at this age, I probably would have said no, just because I didn't believe that something like this had any sort of longevity. It's not super long, obviously. It's only 6 years, but there are some people who've been doing it for like 20 years.
Yeah, like I actually ran into Sarah J the other night, and she's been in the business for a long time. Same with Lisa Ann. But she's not retired, active, right? She's not active, but she still has her stage name.
Yeah, she still does other stuff under the name.
Like she has her, like that's what I like. Like she still has, like I could still be Violet Myers and have my own podcast, I don't know if I'll ever give up Violet Myers, but as far as porn, I don't know, because there's extremes to it. Like once I start doing anal, they're gonna want just to see me do that. So
that's what you're afraid of.
I'm not afraid of anal. Like I'm ready.
But you're afraid of people wanting you only to do that?
Yeah, I don't want to be an anal queen. I don't want to come for no one's title. I like badge, but that's the thing. I just don't know. Like it's really up to the fans if you think about it, because they're the ones that keep you relevant.
That's true. Yeah, I feel bad for girls who only get booked for anal once they do anal, but a lot of them say that, at least they tell me, like they really enjoy it and they prefer it to vaginal because
the dicks are really big.
Yeah, but also like a lot of girls have told me that they have less issues with their butt because with your vagina, it's like you can get infections or whatever. It's like more sensitive. So some girls are like, I'd rather just do butt stuff.
That makes sense, because sometimes with the big dicks, they hurt, and then like I feel like I'll get a UTI because they're going so deep.
Maybe you'll really like it. Who knows?
I know, right? I don't know. I still have yet. I'm on the last butt plug right now. So
in the kit, like when it gets bigger.
I'm doing the kit right now, so I'm on that one. So I don't know. We'll see. But I really do want to like keep seeing where I can go with this. I really want to go more the influencer route. I love being a porn star, but I never really thought I was. I always wanted to be just an influencer. So I'll see where it goes from here.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
And you're doing like, I don't know, it's not like you're doing anime things because you're not like making anime, but you're really into the anime community, and you got to be, from what you told me last time when we talked on Plug Talk, you were partnering with a brand at the convention, right? At the expo. Sorry, tell me what it's called. Anime Expo. Yeah. So you partnered with a brand, and they were hesitant to partner with you, right?
Yeah.
Because you're an adult.
They just have like this really bad like stigma that I'm just gonna attract all the weirdos. But if you think about it, I think a lot of us like hentai, like we all like porn is like not as bad as everyone makes it seem. So,
but also when you go to something like an anime expo, I mean, I've seen photos, like most of the girls are dressed, when they're dressing up for the expo, like, and they're taking it in a very serious way, they're like treating it like Halloween, and they're like kind of having like pretty slutty costumes, right? Like sexy costumes.
I was like, they're telling me how to wear, but this girl is like literally walking around in her underwear.
So how did it go? Did you have a good experience?
I did. And you know what really was really positive, as they were willing to invite me again. And my lines were really long. I was only supposed to do a signing for an hour. I ended up doing 2 hours, but I had to cut it because
oh wow,
I was there with my family, and I didn't expect there to be a lot of people, but there was a lot of people, and I was really happy. And the Anime Expo people saw, and they didn't put me like with the 18 plus people. They actually had me with like the anime voice actor. So I was like right there with like a voice actor from One Punch Man and My Hero Academia, and it was like cool because I love those kind of like, I see myself as a character. So.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, because then the expo realizes that it's actually really valuable for them to allow someone like you, and maybe they'll promote you a little more in it because you have so many patrons coming. Probably a lot of them came just to see you. Yeah,
a lot of them did. They were like, oh, it's cool because they wanted to go to Anime Expo, but to meet me was like a bonus for them. So it was really nice.
Awesome. That makes me happy, because I was like a little sad for you when you said that they weren't sure if they were going to let you be a part of the booth. Sorry, not booth.
I cried a little bit when they told me that, but then after, like, it worked out.
Do you go every year?
I was going every year before COVID.
How many years?
I was going, 3 years.
You've always been into anime, or did you just get into it?
I've always been into it because like my family was, the younger ones were into it, and then they're the ones who got me into it because I was like, what is this? This looks really cool.
Anime is something that I hear about all the time, and I'm like very curious about it, but I also like, I don't want to get into it because I feel like I'm really going to like it, and then it's just going to consume my life in a lot of ways. So I haven't wanted to try watching a show, because how many episodes does a usual anime like show have?
12 to 24.
That's a lot. I feel
like they're like 27, 23 minutes.
Oh, they're all really short? Mm-hmm. Can you watch it like in the background, or do you?
Yeah, I put it like when I get ready. I like to watch anime dubbed in English.
Okay.
So I'm like multitasking, like doing makeup and watching the show. So I'm like, it's kind of my job. So I like to watch it in dubbed, but whenever I like don't have like when it's nighttime, I like to watch subbed, like in Japanese.
You feel like it's part of your job now? Like you feel like you have to know all the animes people are talking about?
Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Yeah, because it's like it keeps me in the conversation, and a lot of my friends watch anime, so I have to like, I want to be engaged with what they're talking about, but also I really love it, so it's not like a job. It's more of like my hobby.
If I had to watch one anime to get me into it, which one would you recommend for me?
It depends though. Like what kind of like shows do you like watching? Do you like dramas? Do you like romance, comedies, action?
I feel like if one of them was to get me hooked, it would probably be one that was more centered around drama.
Oh, Fruits Basket.
Fruits Basket.
That first episode's gonna get you.
Monica, can you write this down for me?
Fruits Basket. It's such a good anime, and it's just like a really cute, and it has something to do with like the zodiacs, so it's really interesting.
I'm not really into zodiac signs, but if there's drama,
there's drama. Yeah, it's like that first episode, like I was bawling, crying.
I was at my grandma's house the other day, and she was watching some Armenian TV show on the Armenian channel, and like they were speaking really fast, and they were speaking a different dialect of Armenian, and I could only understand like 3 or 4 words of each sentence, but I was like, damn, I need the Armenian channel. This shit looks lit. Like, I want to watch this. I could get like why my grandma sits at home all day watching those.
The same with my grandma too. Novellas.
Novellas, yeah.
And K-dramas. That's like the thing right now in my family.
What's K-dramas?
Like Korean dramas.
Oh wow, they watch the Korean channel?
Yeah.
Is it like translated to English?
Yeah, they have it in English.
Sometimes I want cable for this stuff. Like you can't really get this. Like where can you watch it?
On Netflix.
Oh really?
Yeah, Hulu, Netflix.
They definitely don't have the Armenian channel.
They should, huh? They should have it.
I gotta find out the name of that show so that I can watch it. Okay, I have some anime terms that I want you to try to define for me, because sometimes I see girls typing things and I just don't know what they mean. What is UWU?
Uwu?
Uwu. What is that?
That's like a like, I think. I don't really use uwu, but I see a lot of people use it. I think it's just like cute or something. I'm not sure.
That's what it means?
I don't know what uwu means.
Okay, I'm gonna have
Sorry, guys.
No, so Monica, can you tell us what it means?
Yeah, what is uwu?
It's actually from I am chatting. You type UWU and it's at like
it's a face, right? Yeah, like
I'm flattered face.
Symbol, like the symbols. I used to see the text symbols. Oh,
like you know in Pokemon how like they have facial expressions.
Yeah,
like it's lines.
So it's like letters that
a U, and then the nose is a W.
Okay, so the letters are representing the facial expression.
Yes.
See, I honestly never would have thought that.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, what is baka? BAKA.
Idiot.
Is that in Japanese?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, we have kawaii on here, which I know what kawaii is, but do you want to say what it is?
It's cute. Like,
just cute.
It's very cute.
Very kawaii. What is waifu? That's your Instagram, Violet.
Waifu, yeah.
Waifu. Okay, I said it wrong.
No, I would love to like correct you. I don't mind.
Is it waifu? Waifu.
Waifu.
Waifu. Okay.
Waifu.
What does it mean? It sounds like wifey.
It is like a wifey. Like I am like somebody's waifu. Like I'm somebody's wife. You know, I'm their admirer. Like same with husbando. Like husbando is like my husband. That's my husband. So
And
waifu is like a wife.
Really? Is that what it is? That's funny that the words like sounds exactly the same in Japanese as it does in English. I just didn't think that the language related. Loli, Loli.
Ooh, lolly. It's like lolly is depends though, because like I know there's like lollies, like the kind of like the Antoinette stuff, but I know the lollies can be like child stuff.
I don't know. We can cut stuff out if we don't feel happy with these answers.
The guys,
is it like loli, like Lolita?
Kind of, yeah, yes, like a Lolita, but like lollies are like they're like in their own category and they're like little cute anime girls.
Okay,
I would say that little cute anime girls.
Lots of just like cute, sweet things.
Yeah, like innocent.
Is weeb an anime term?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Weeb, yeah.
I thought it was like it's like a nerd.
Yeah.
Okay,
but that's like an otaku. It's like you're like otaku is like you're a fan of something, but weeb otaku is like you're an anime fan.
So you're a weeb. Anyone who likes anime. I would call myself
a degenerate though.
What do you mean?
A degenerate is like someone who's like I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's like a weird show, but it's like they have like gay stuff going on in the show, but it's like interesting. So I'm a degenerate where it's like I have anime posters in my house. I have figures. I'm like just obsessed with anime.
So these are all the tiers of being an anime fan. So you like weeb is like below degenerate.
Weeb, otaku, and degenerate is like
the levels.
Yeah.
So weeb is just like you kind of like
like everyone who watches anime is a weeb for sure because we all watch anime.
Okay, you're a degenerate.
I'm at that point now.
Yuri.
I'm just thinking of like the anime girl's name, but is it like
that's a Russian name as far as I know. I don't know anything about how it relates to anime.
Oh, Yuri. I'm guessing it's like one of those.
This is not a test. I just wanted to know if you could explain it to me, but if you don't know what it is.
Yuri is.
Online it says it's a lesbian couple.
Yuri is a lesbian couple?
Or like a lesbian relationship.
Okay. Does that sound right to you?
It sounds about it, because I know there's like a gay one too. There's like I don't know what the name is. Yaoi. A yaoi is like a gay book.
A yaoi versus
it's like a
Yuri.
category. It's like gay.
Okay.
Yuri. I guess you're right. Yuri and yaoi. Yeah.
Yuri and yaoi. Oh my God. Okay. I have to ask you about this. I can't believe I forgot. Why, when I posted a photo with you the other day, I had multiple comments saying I thought she was dead.
Oh my God. People are really still saying that? I thought it was over when they see that I'm posting like every day.
I tried to find articles about this and I tried to find YouTube videos about this, and no good sources came out about why this rumor came to be. Can you explain what happened?
Oh my God, I can't believe people are still saying that. You know what it is? This fucking asshole literally wanted my attention so bad, and he lives overseas. He's not in America, and he made that rumor. Like that I was dead.
How was he able, like a random person, able to start the rumor?
Because he was like a news source. Like he made a whole freaking article about me.
So he's a journalist and he just chose
he's a journalist. And I had my PR and my agent message this guy because there was an article and we were able to get his info. He's just like, I just wanted her attention.
He was just obsessed with you and he just made rumors that you died.
And then like, he just like likes it. And then after that, people were making YouTube videos out of it. People were really like, because when you do type it in, there's a lady named Violet Myer. Like it's an old lady.
Yeah, I saw that when I was trying to find information about you. I was like, this is not the right Violet Myers.
Yeah, it's not me. It's like an old lady. So I guess like that person like is for real dead, but it's not me. So, oh my God, I can't believe people still say that.
People still say that, yeah. And I'm just honestly surprised that one person was able to start this big rumor about you, because people get articles written about them all the time. It doesn't mean that the articles like go viral and get shared a lot. I really couldn't find good information on it, so I thought like another porn girl named Violet died or something, and maybe
there is another girl named Violet Violet Star that passed away.
Yes, and this was like a year ago.
I think like 2 years ago.
Okay, I honestly couldn't remember when it was, but I was like, is that why they think that Violet passed away? But clearly you're active on all your social medias.
I know.
So it doesn't really make sense. But yeah, people are like, oh, I thought she died. I'm like, why
I
do
see that
people
on YouTube all the time too. I'm like, I don't know. They just are lazy and they want me to respond.
You should make a video on your YouTube channel explaining the situation, because when I go on YouTube to try to find out information about it, there's no good videos about it.
No. And I actually did one, but it's not like I didn't put dead or anything. It's just like I debunk it. I did this like when it first started like getting at its most popular, because I would tweet, they'll be like, this is not her. And I'm like, dude, this is me. Like they're posting old pictures. I'm like, oh my God, like this is gonna haunt me, like this dead thing, like I'm a ghost or whatever. How
long did it take to die down?
Like 2 months. Like, wow. Really? But I'm still seeing comments like under the post. I see it on my YouTube channel. I'm like, give it up, people.
What a bizarre experience to have people think that you're not alive, and then to have to try to prove yourself. But clearly you're active on social media.
I know, I'm alive here.
It really makes no sense at all.
I do my paperwork. I get an article, and I doing the mugshot photo with the date of the year and everything. Oh my gosh, like, it's so funny.
Yeah, I was like, is this one of her like attempts at like going viral, and then it worked? But it was like first, because there was like even a good viral. Was it April Fool's? That guy, Kirill, he was assholes. Like, assholes live forever. I'm not a fan of this way of trying to go viral, is like making everyone tell everyone else that so-and-so died and wishing them RIP. I just feel like it's so fucked up and it's so cheap. Like, it's
negative energy that you're putting into your life that you don't need. That's why I'm like, this person's manifesting my death. Like, no, please, I don't want that.
No, you're very much alive.
Yeah, I'm alive for sure.
Okay, I have some fan questions for you before we wrap up. Okay. Do you also read the books for anime?
I love manga. I do. I actually prefer reading it than watching it, because the books are way more detailed.
Okay, so this is ignorant question. So just the shows and the movies are called anime, but it's the same thing when you write about it, but it's just called manga.
Mm-hmm. It's like reading a comic book.
Okay, so that's just the Japanese term for it. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna ask the stupid question so no one else has to. If you're still, I'm not surprised at this question's here, but if you're still doing Fuck a Fan, how can they reach out to you to be a possible candidate?
Just look out for when I tweet it or like when I post a video about it, because that's like the best way. Because if you just randomly hit me up when I'm not doing it, I'm not, because I'm shooting with like performers, but when I am doing it, just like comment or like follow the rules when I do mention it.
Because you'll tell them how to do it. So basically, subscribe, turn notifications on.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's simple. Follow me on all Twitter and everything.
Mm-hmm. What is your biggest fear?
I try not to have fears, because my mom says if you put your fears out there, they become real life. But I have a legit fear of heights, like anybody else. And bugs.
So no skydiving for you?
No skydiving. And I don't know, that's probably like the biggest one. I don't want to say like my real one. I'll tell you off camera, because
you don't want to put it out there.
No, but like for sure fear of heights.
I hate bugs. I realize that's one of my big fears too, is that I'm like afraid of the day that Parker is like, Mom, help me, there's a big spider, and I am the only one home, and I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. But with heights, I'm like, I'm not scared of them, but I did skydive and I actually really hated it.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like everyone you meet, they're like, I skydived and it was awesome. And I was like, I really hated this experience.
Oh my God, I would have really bad anxiety. Just being up, like seeing like the ground and everything. I would like pass out. Like,
yeah, I definitely didn't feel like jumping out of the plane once we got to the top, but I was like, okay, I'm up here. I got to do it. And I was kind of more scared of being on the plane, because the plane seemed really not legit. And like, I sounded old.
Oh no, at least you're here.
So I was like, okay, maybe I should just get off the plane. But yeah,
how did you feel after?
I was so glad it was over. I had a huge headache. I did not like it. The pressure from like being propelled to the ground. it just, to me, it hurt, but maybe other people can let go more and just be like, I'm flying.
Yeah,
but
were you like holding on to somebody or?
yes, I was strapped to somebody because I think you have to do so many jumps before you can go by yourself.
Okay.
But yeah,
That sounds fun though.
if you're not into heights, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, no. That's my fear right there. I don't do well with roller coasters or fast speed.
Would you do a scene like on a rooftop on a skyscraper? No? Even if you're just like in the middle?
No, I would look down and be like, oh my God, like this glass is just gonna fall and I'm gonna fall with it. That's literally what my thought would be.
You just get into your head about it?
Yes. Overthink it.
Okay, my final question to you is, how did you like having sex with my boyfriend? Because that's what a fan wants to know.
Really? Oh my God. Okay. I was really nervous.
You were nervous.
I was really nervous. I was like, oh my God, like I don't know what to expect. But it was a lot of fun, really.
Even though you had met him before, you were still nervous.
Yeah, just like sex. It's like I was, even when I shoot with someone new, I get really nervous because I don't know what to expect, what they like, what they don't like. So I was like nervous. But when I was in it, like after a couple seconds, I was like, oh shit, it's real. Like, let me get into it. And
You're
like,
already here.
Yeah. And it was fun that I think threesomes are more fun because I don't have to take the dick the whole time.
I agree.
Right?
I feel like girls don't talk about this that much because it's not like a sexy part of it. But I like threesomes because I'm like, you get to do some work, I get to do some work, and then I get to take a little bit of a break. But like if you're doing the threesome the right way, like there's no breaks.
There's no breaks. You're eating pussy.
Yeah, you're doing something. But you know, it's kind of like, okay, you get a little breather, you get to like want it more, and then you get
I think it's hotter though, right? When you have a threesome.
I think so. There's like the third person's sexual energy, like extra people.
Yeah, I think it was really sexy too that Adam was like making eye contact with you and then you were looking at me and him and I was like, that's so hot.
We do always look at each other. I feel like we're having
like
a conversation with our brains.
Like, yeah, or we're fucking her together type relationship, which is really cool.
Okay, I had to ask you that because a couple people were asking.
Okay, you guys, if you want to follow me, you can just type in Linktree/Violet Myers because everything will be on there. Instagram, Twitter, but Twitch, Violet Myers, XXX, and YouTube, Violet Myers.
All right, guys, that was today's show. Thank you so much for watching. And we all appreciate... thanks so much for watching. We appreciate you. Have a good day on purpose.